How's it going, everyone? We got a video today on Roblox. Here we are. It is a Thursday, August 12th, and what's happening is Roblox is actually going to be releasing their earnings after market hours on August 16th, which is Monday. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of a video here before they actually release their earnings. Everybody, of course, I do quite a few videos on investing on this channel. Also, in case you haven't seen this channel or haven't watched it, I have actually been doing heavy research, and I've come up with a basket of 50 turbo growth stocks that I have. It's actually more than 50, and I estimate it's going to be somewhere in between 50 and 75 by the end of the year, which are really I call turbo growth stocks, everybody. I've got 5 10x stocks to my record, and tons of singles, doubles, triples, home runs, grand slams, lots of 600%, 700%, that kind of thing. But basically, and then from there, I've actually developed a top 10 stocks of those basket of 50 plus that I've developed, top 10 turbo growth stocks that could 10x in the next 1 to 10 years. And Roblox is in that list. I will update that list going forward, and in the future I will create a link here so you can actually go and pick up that list of 10, right? But I will update that list quarterly, and Roblox as of now is in that list. Keep in mind, when I look at this, I don't necessarily, obviously you have to look at the market cap, right, and how big the stock is, and if it can really 10x, right? But I really look at it as a business, and can that business achieve a 10 times revenue, right? That's actually kind of what I did with Netflix back when I bought them in 2012, and they had a $3 billion market cap, and I've got an 80x return on Netflix as of now. But basically, and even then, my philosophies and my strategies were nowhere near as developed as they are now. But at the same time, it's really about growth, right? And now it's I look at it, and can that company actually 10x their revenue? And if you take a look at Roblox, they are growing like wild, and I do believe that they can 10x their revenue if you actually look at them, because just like here we are doing this YouTube video and putting this video on YouTube for everybody to see, Roblox is like the YouTube for games. You just go on there. If you want to just go and play a game, you go play a game, but also as a developer, if you want to make a game, you just go ahead and you put that game in Roblox, and people can start using it, consuming it, and playing it. Just like YouTube and how much YouTube has grown. Okay, everybody, so let's go ahead. Just also full disclosure, I do have some small positions in Roblox in my portfolios, and I also didn't even know what Roblox was until the beginning of this year, 2021. Basically, I have another YouTube channel. It's kind of called. It's actually a Roblox channel. The name of it is called a cash cow. It just means I don't show my face and I don't talk. I'm not the voiceover or anything. It's just a lot of different cool little videos we do with games and different subjects and stuff. What I'll do is actually show you that channel in this video so you can see what I'm talking about. But a little update I have today, because again, it's Thursday. They're going to release their earnings on Monday, and I will do a video on Roblox because I've got a lot of people that seem to really be passionate about Roblox. And to speak about passion for the product, I mean, I've developed a 6-point scoring system in how I analyze turbo growth stocks and companies. And the reality is number 1 point is really product. And if you take a look at even like my experience with Netflix is my highest achieving stock, right? But even if you take a look at that, with respect to Netflix, I mean, it makes a whole lot of sense to actually really understand the product and use the product of that business, because you're going to be able to have much more of a deeper contextual connection with that stock as it goes through its ups and downs. And if you do hold on to a stock for the long term, you are certainly going to see some downs at times, and your belief in that product and your belief in that company is what's going to be is what is going to be the thing that really kind of keeps you invested in that stock. It's fine to kind of buy stocks and if you don't know the product that well and fall in love with them if they go up, but what are you going to do when they go down? Well, I mean, the reality is that's one effective strategy is to actually trim your losers. But what I'll say is right now Roblox it hasn't really done that well. In fact, I'm going to take you into my tip ranks where I have a lot of these 50 stocks. And you can see from the beginning of June, it's one of the worst performers. And that's actually not such a bad thing if you think about it, especially if you love Roblox and you like Roblox stock and you want to buy Roblox stock. Now might actually be a fairly appealing time to actually get into that stock. And the reason is because it still is summertime. I realize that this week, here it is again. It's Thursday, August 12th. Some people, some kids, and even young adults that are going to college are going back to college already. They're starting that, but we still are in summer, and a lot of families still are taking summer vacations. So usage more than likely is going to be down. I guess before before people kind of started staying indoors again, all of a sudden in the last couple of weeks, people were kind of out about and traveling, and certainly more out than they've been in a long time. And a lot of these kids, and certainly young adults, are they're really taking vacations with their families, so they're not playing Roblox as much. But as you can see, what I have actually is I got some information for you on Roblox and what it looks like their kind of usage is, and in terms of people using Roblox and playing Roblox in April and May. But when they do when Roblox does their quarterly release, they're going to provide you a lot more information in terms of, really 3 months instead of just April and May, right? Because their most recent earnings release was middle of May, and obviously they're going to be doing their next release in the middle of August, which is 3 months later. So in the middle of May, they didn't really have any sort of information on May. So what I have for you guys today is I have April, some brief information for you on April and May. So if we do that, everybody, so here we'll go into my my tip ranks real quick, and you can see this is actually how Roblox is done. There are quite a few analysts that are following it. So right now it's a moderate buy in the kind of, the analyst and investment community. But Roblox right there at the bottom, kind of a negative 17+% return since early June, which is 2 months ago. And they were at the bottom performer for a while, but they're, basically, what is it? They're like the 5th worst performer since early June. And they did actually, Roblox was down about 15 to 17% in the month of July, and they are up in August about 5%. And what happens, everybody, more often than not when it comes to earnings releases, nobody ever knows what's going to happen, right? But more often than not, stocks do kind of dip during their earnings release because a lot of times there's a lot of hype built up into the stock. So if again, now could be a fairly appealing time to get into the stock. If you like Roblox, you're very passionate about Roblox, and you see the opportunity of it being like the YouTube of gaming, it might be a good opportunity. Or you might want to wait and see what happens on Monday. But nonetheless, it does appear to be a very appealing time to actually enter if you do like Roblox stock. So let's go ahead and over, and we'll see here from the Roblox investor relations site. We have, this is what they actually reported in mid-May. And I do have some other videos where I talked about this earlier. But you can see certainly just gangbusters growth, right? They have revenue increased 140% over Q1 2020. And that's when they reported Q1 2021, right? 140% is just incredible, right? I don't really focus too much on net loss or net income with respect to turbo growth tech stocks. I do focus on gross profits, and that's because a lot of times these turbo growth tech companies, they don't have earnings really for a while. But I do believe a lot in gross profits, and we can get into a little bit more of that in a minute here. But their bookings increased 161%. Over Q1 2020. Again, that's just jaw-dropping. Average daily active users were 42.1 million, an increase of 79% year over year. 87% growth in DAUs, daily active users outside the US and Canada. 111% growth in daily active users over the age of 18. Hours engaged were an increase of 98% year over year. 104% growth in engagement outside US, 120% growth from users above the age of 13. So if we go here, let's take a look at April and May. So I do have this from a news release on Roblox, but again, it's not the full quarter, and it's not Roblox releasing the information. It is a different news outlet called Zacks. And it basically, for the months of April and May, daily active users, and again, that's not part of the Q1, right? So Q1 pretty much ends in March, and they're releasing that information in May, right? So daily active users were 43.3 million and 43 million, up 37% and 28% year over year, respectively. So certainly their growth, is coming down a little bit, in terms of how you look at it from Q1 21 to Q1 2020. So still really good growth. Obviously, that's over 35%. Hours engaged were 3.2 billion for April and May, up 18% and 9% respectively. So you can see a little bit of a dip there, and obviously April and May aren't really part of the summer. Whereas if you're taking into consideration college, some colleges do get out in May, so that might actually have a factor for the young adults. But there you go. So that is their information. So let's take you into the handy dandy spreadsheet real quick. So in case you don't know, I do focus a lot on gross profits and year-over-year revenue growth. If you look at their full fiscal year 2020 compared to the full fiscal year 2019, they got about an 82% year-over-year revenue growth, which is certainly amazing. And then they have here the 74% gross profits. Everybody, when I do my scoring system, I seek for 35. As long as they're at 35 or over, they get a point. So Roblox pretty much gets a point in everything, except for their market cap is a little bit thick, everybody. That's why if you take a look at the actual chart for Roblox, that's probably the only reason why their stock hasn't really done that much. Really since they went public. So they went public. Their 52-week high is right here in May, and they went public in March. So they did go up 52-week high of about 99, but their stock really hasn't done that much. Here's a just quick glance at my Roblox channel, Roblox Racer right here. My one of my top videos is Roblox Dust Was Banned, and then how to get the golden crown. So not too much action on it yet. I do have over 50 videos, but kind of fun little videos that we talk about lots and lots of different subjects on Roblox. Hey everybody, if you are passionate about Roblox, if you like these updates, go ahead and give me a like. And if you like updates about stocks, news releases, lots of different things about investing, I've got some interesting videos about my returns. I've actually was looking at my returns from literally January 2019 all the way to the end of July, and it was really actually almost sent me out of my chair at almost 400%, that 390% return. If you like to hear about turbo growth stock investing and successful strategies, consider subscribing to the channel. If you want me to answer any questions about Roblox as a stock, put it in the comments below. Or if you want me to talk to you about another stock, put it in the comments below. You're also going to see some other videos on this channel. Basically, I cover short and medium-term vacation rentals. I got 3 of those in Southern California that I do that, and we are still right in the thick of busy season, so I've got more content there. And then also, very important, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm certainly not your financial advisor. I do have a background in investing. My first job out of college was Merrill Lynch. Then I did investment banking, and then out here in Los Angeles, I worked for Sun America for 3 years. But as an individual investor is where I actually excel. I've got 5-10x to my track record. Netflix at 80x and Apple at 33x, which I bought in June of 2007 before the first iPhone came out. If you have any questions, guys, let me know. I'm going to put some links in below where you can go, and I got some guides on investing and credit as well. Thank you very much, and have a great week.